Okay, let's start the next topic in Python, that is Python strings. So we will first discuss how we can slice Python strings. So slicing is a method that in which we try to extract subpart or substring of a larger string. So given a string, we have let's say we have a string Python, and if we want to like get some part of it, we can do it using slicing. So slicing is done with different ways. So before we go into slicing, we have to discuss how strings are indexed. So indexes are where the characters are placed in a string. So if we see this string Python, in this we have 0 index, that is the on which we have p, where index 1 we have y on it, and so on, so forth. So if we are discussing in negative index count, so that's how it's presented here. So it starts at the end, and -1 represents the last character of the string, and the size of the string represents the first character. Negative sign with the size of the string represents the first character of the string. Okay, so this is a slicing syntax. We have a text. We have to tell where we have to start the slicing and where we have to stop. And the step size tells us how much jumps we need to take. So how many characters we need to move along. So this will all become clear with an example. So you can also omit like any of these parameters, and if you omit start, it will start from the beginning. If you omit stop, it goes to the end. And if you don't use the step size, it will consider step size as 1. So we have a string Python, and uh, we are printing it here. And in the next step, we are printing its characters. So if we print s0, we get p, because p is at the 0th index of the string. And if we print 3, so it prints h, because this is the character number 1, this is character number 2, and this is the character at index 3. That's why we see 3 on 3 index, we see h. And similarly with -1, as we discussed, -1 represents the last character of the string, and that's what we have like printed out. Similarly, if we go -2, so it considers the second last, and that's what we have here. On to the next one, that's Python. That's more about slicing. We have a string now, Python programming, and we are applying now different slicing methods on it. So first we print the original, and in next we give us the start and the end of the string. So for example, in Python programming, we can start from here, and this is the 5th index. And generally, when we print something, we have to mention where we have to stop. So this would be 5. Why? Because this is at index 0, y is at 1, and so on, and is at 5th index. So our 6th index is this space that we have. So it will stop before that, and it will just print Python. So similarly, if we go from 7 to 18, so we will skip this space. We'll start with this character as it is at 7th position, 7th index, and we'll start from here and we'll print the whole string. Okay. Similarly, here we have missed the start value, and we have just mentioned the end value, and this also yields us the same result if we enter the initial value. So that's what we discussed here, that if you don't mention the start parameter, it will automatically begin from the start. So that's what's done here. So we missed the start parameter and it start from the beginning. Next, we have another in which we have missed the end parameter, and it goes straight towards the end. You can see that programming is printed completely. And finally, if we miss both start and the end parameter, it prints the whole string. So next we can move towards how step count works. So we have another string that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So in this we have said that print the whole string because we haven't mentioned start or the end, and we have said that we take a step size of 2. So what it does, before, when the step size was 1 by default, it was moving one characters only. Now it will be moving two characters. So it will start from A and it will move two characters and come to C. And it will come to C and again move two characters C, D, and it will print E. And then again it will move two characters F and G and it will print G. So that's what we have output here. Uh, Another modification is that we don't start from the character A, from the 0 index. We start from the 1 index, and again the end index is not mentioned, so we are going towards the end. And the step size here is 2, so we will start from here B. We will move two characters, we will print D, and then we will move two characters E and we will print F. And we could move two characters, but we have only one character left in our string, so that will be it. So we'll only have B, D, F as the output. So finally, we are printing everything with the negative step size. So what it will do, it will start from the end and it will reverse the string. So very important interview question. So how you can reverse the string in Python, and that's the solution right here. You can print the string and just enter negative 1 as the step size. So some more interview friendly questions. So the stop index is not included, as I have just discussed before. So if you enter 6 index, which is space, was not included. It only stopped till n. So stop index is never included when it comes to slicing. And another thing is that even though your string length is quite small, you could enter a very large number and it's safe, and it just ends when your string ends. It doesn't like goes out of bound or something. Another very important thing is strings are immutable. So what is immutable? You cannot change the characters directly. So let's focus on this example first, which is entering the end value or stop value, very large values. For example, we can see we have a string hello. It has a character length of 5, but we entered the end value as 100, which is way more than what we have actually have. So if we run it, it runs it without an error. It stops when the characters end in the string. Similarly, if we try to like change a single character, okay, so currently this line is commented, and if we uncomment it and try to run it, it will give an error. So let's see the error. So it's okay. Let's see the error. Okay, so it says that it's a type error. And what kind of error is that? It says that you are assigning something in the string, you are changing the original string, and that's not possible. Why it's not possible? Because string doesn't support item assignment, so you cannot change the string within it. So we have to like we have to like create a new string and copy or change whatever we want, and we can assign that back to s. So that's what we can do. So how we can do it, there are like string methods which we will discuss in the next video. Thanks for watching. We will see what happens when we use string methods in the next video.